Hello, in this video, we're going to be learning how to solve multi-step inequalities. So, let's get started. Our first step is to distribute if needed. This can be anything like parentheses or brackets. The second step is to combine like terms. The third is to move the variable terms to one side. The fourth is to move the constants to the other side. The fifth step is to isolate the variable. An important note is that if you multiply or divide by a negative, we need to flip the inequality sign. Now, let's get started with some practice problems. So our first step is to distribute what's needed. In this case, we have nothing to do on the left side. We can just leave that 5 plus 7x. And let's distribute this 4 to both terms on the right side. So we have 8x plus 4 times 1, which is going to be 4. Now we're going to move all the variables to one side. In this case, I'm going to move the 7x to the right so the x stays positive. Subtract 7x, subtract 7x. This leaves us with 5 is less than x plus 4. Now we're going to move all the constants to the other side. We're going to subtract by 4 on both sides. This leaves us with 1 is less than x, or x is greater than 1. Now, let's check our answer. Any answer where x is greater than 1 should work, so let's try x equals 2. So we'll plug our 2 back into this equation. We get 5 plus 7x is less than 4 times 2 times 2 plus 1. This gives us 5 plus 14 is less than 4 times 4 plus 1. We get 19 is less than 4 times 5. 19 is less than 20. That's true. So we know x is greater than 1 is our final answer. And that's correct. Next, let's do this problem. We have 3x minus 6 divided by 9 is less than 2. As you can see, there's no distributing we need to do, so we can just instead start simplifying. So we can multiply both sides by 9 to get rid of this fraction. We're just going to multiply it by 9, multiply it by 9. We'll get 3x minus 6 is less than 2 times 9, which is 3x minus 6 is less than 18. The x's are already one side, so let's add 6 to both sides to move the constants over. And we get 3x is less than 24. Divide by 3 to isolate that x. And we get x is less than 8. So now let's check. We can check with, let's go with 3. 3 is less than 8, so that should work. So we'll do 3 times 3 minus 6 divided by 9 less than 2. We have 9 minus 6. We have 3 divided by 9 is less than 2. 1/3 is less than 2. That is true. So we know x is less than 8. Our final answer, and that's correct. Now let's solve more practice problems. Our first step is going to be to distribute the negative 2. Let's do that. 9 minus 2 times 3x minus 2 multiplied by negative 7 is greater than 0. Simplifying this, we get 9 minus 6x plus 14 is greater than 0. Positive 14 because the negative 2 and the negative 7 both have negatives and they cancel out. Now to simplify this, we get negative 6x plus 23 is greater than 0. Let's move the 23 to the right, and we get negative 6x greater than negative 23. We're going to divide by negative 6, and we get x. We're going to flip this sign because we're dividing by negative. We're going to flip it, and it's going to become 23 divided by 6. Now let's check our answer. Anything that's less than 23 divided by 6 should work. We can check it with x equals 1. Get 9 minus 2 times 3 times 1 is 3, minus 7 is greater than 0. We get 9 minus 2 times 3 minus 7 is negative 4, greater than 0. We get 9 plus 8, greater than 0. 17 is greater than 0 is true. So we know our answer is going to be x is less than 23 divided by 6. Now, let's do the problem on the right. We're also going to distribute. First is our first step. So we're going to do 4x plus 4 times 3 plus 10 is less than, let's distribute this as well, 3x plus 3 minus 2. We have 4x plus 12 plus 10 less than 3x plus 1. Now we're going to simplify both sides, so we get 4x plus 22 is less than 3x plus 1. We're going to subtract both sides by 3x. We get x plus 22 is less than 1. We're going to subtract by 22 on both sides so we can move the constants to the right. We get x is less than 1 minus 22, which is going to be negative 21. So any answer that's less than negative 21 should work. So for that, why don't we try check with x equals negative 22. We're going to do 4 times negative 22 plus 3 plus 10 is less than 3 times negative 22 plus 1 minus 2. We get 4 times negative 19 plus 10 less than 3 times negative 21 minus 2. 4 times negative 19 is going to be negative 76 plus 10 less than 3 times negative 21, which is negative 63 minus 2. And because negative 76 plus 10 is going to be negative 66 is less than negative 63 minus 2, which is negative 65. Negative 66 is less than negative 65, so we know x is less than negative 21 is correct. Now, let's tackle the last two questions of this video. So like before, we're going to work on distributing first. So we're just going to leave this 6 alone for now and deal with the inside first. We're going to get 3x plus 3 times 5 minus 2 is greater than or equal to 20. And if you've noticed, 6 is divisible by 2 and 20 is divisible by 2. So let's divide everything by 2. We can make the numbers we're multiplying smaller. We're going to get 3 times 3x plus 15 minus 2 is greater than or equal to 20 divided by 2, which is going to be 10. Now let's simplify what's inside the bracket first. 3x plus 13 is greater than or equal to 10. We get 3 times 3x, which is going to be 9x, plus 3 times 13, which is 39, is greater than or equal to 10. We move 39 to the right. We get 9x greater than or equal to negative 29. We know x is going to be greater than or equal to negative 29 over 9. So now we should be able to check our answer. We can just check it with any number that works in that solution. So we could try with, let's say, 0. So we can plug that 0 in to get 6 multiplied by 3 times 0 plus 5, which is going to be 5, minus 2, greater than or equal to 20. We get 6 multiplied by 15 minus 2, which is going to be 13, greater than or equal to 20. 6 times 13 is 78, greater than or equal to 20 is true. So we know x is greater than or equal to negative 29 divided by 9 is correct. Now, let's do this question right here. There's nothing to distribute here, so let's work on simplifying and getting rid of this fraction. So we're going to multiply both sides by 4 to get 5x minus 3 is less than 3 times 4. This gives us 5x minus 3 is less than 3 times 4, which is 12. We're going to add 3 on both sides, so the constants and the variable are on different sides. We get 5x is less than 15. Divide by 5 on both sides, and we get x is less than 3. So now let's check our answer by doing any number that's less than 3. That should work. Let's do x equals 2. We can do 5 times 2 minus 3 divided by 4 less than 3. We want to multiply by 4 on both sides, so we don't deal with fractions. We can do 5 times 2 minus 3 is less than 3 times 4. We can do 5 times 2, which is 10, minus 3 is less than 3 times 4, which is 12. We have 7 is less than 12, which is true, so we know that x is less than 3, the correct answer. And that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching.